Over the last decade, Cillian Murphy has established himself as one of the most sought-after actors, one who has the ability to play all manner of roles. Whether he's playing the leader of the Shelby family in Peaky Blinders or using mind games to battle against Batman, he brings a high-quality performance to every character he embodies. In spite of the fact that he is a beloved actor and is adored and admired by millions of fans worldwide, the actor keeps a very low-key profile. Here are 10 things you probably didn't know about Cillian Murphy. His failed musical career led him to theater. Born on May 25, 1976, Cillian Murphy initially started his career as the lead singer, guitarist, and songwriter of the rock band The Sons of Mr. Green Jeans, alongside his brother. His band was offered a record deal in the late 1990s, however, on the advice of their parents, the brothers turned down the deal. He told the Evening Herald, "I'm very glad in retrospect that we didn't sign, because you kind of sign away your life to a label and the whole of your music." Soon after, he landed a role in the play Disco Pigs at 20 years old. He revealed to Montblanc that his failed music career led him to theater and acting. "For me, because I am a failed musician, is why I ended up in the theater by accident. But it was the live element of it. That kind of electricity in the room that you get with an audience. I was trying to replicate that kind of rock and roll energy in a theater." He was not the first choice to play Thomas Shelby in Peaky Blinders. It's hard to imagine anyone besides Cillian Murphy playing Thomas Shelby in Peaky Blinders. The Irish actor transformed himself to take on the role of a Birmingham gang leader. However, Murphy wasn't Stephen Knight's first pick to play Tommy. Murphy told The Guardian, "There was a bit of convincing needed. Initially, there may have been some doubts about whether I had the requisite physicality, which I understand. I'm not the most physically imposing individual." Knight was deciding between Murphy and English actor Jason Statham for the role, and he had his eye on the latter. Knight told Esquire, "I met them both in LA to talk about the role and opted for Jason. One of the reasons was because physically in the room Jason is Jason. Cillian, when you meet him, isn't Tommy, obviously, but I was stupid enough not to understand that." Eventually, Knight was persuaded to choose Murphy, and he ended up very pleased with the results. Murphy's portrayal of Tommy Shelby has earned him multiple awards, including Best Actor in a Lead Role in Drama from the Irish Film and Television Academy, along with the National Television Award for Best Drama Performance. He smoked 1,000 cigarettes in a single season. An iconic yet highly unhealthy part of Peaky Blinders is just how much the Birmingham gang smokes. It seems like the characters are lighting a cigarette in almost every scene. According to Esquire, it's estimated that Cillian Murphy smoked 1,000 cigarettes one season alone. Fortunately, such cigarettes are provided by the prop department and made from herbs these days, so they don't contain any harmful carcinogens. He stole Tommy Shelby's well-tailored coat from the Peaky Blinders set. Peaky Blinders aired its final season in 2022. Throughout the 6 seasons, leader Tommy Shelby and the other male members of the organization in the BBC drama typically wear a mix of period-appropriate long coats, blue and brown suits, and Baker Boy hats, which tend to have a razor blade stitched into the cap. In a virtual appearance on Jimmy Kimmel Live, Murphy was asked if he took home a razor blade or snatched any mementos from the set. The actor revealed, "I can't ever wear a flat cap walking around. I did take one of his very nicely tailored coats, 'cause they're, you know, made for me. It was very beautiful, I took that as a memento." He almost played Batman. Murphy is well known in Christopher Nolan's Dark Knight trilogy for his portrayal as the Scarecrow, however, that particular notoriety wasn't his goal. He was auditioned for Bruce Wayne. After Nolan saw it 28 days later, Murphy was able to score a meeting and eventual audition for Batman Begins. He had an awkward audition and screen test. He actually read all his lines while wearing a complete Batman suit. But it all worked out though, as Murphy not only got a great role as a villain, he was put in all 3 films and several of Nolan's other films, including Inception and Dunkirk. He became an atheist after researching for his role in Sunshine. Murphy brilliantly portrayed Dr. Jonathan Crane's Scarecrow in Christopher Nolan's Dark Knight movies, and a few years later, he played physicist Robert Capa in Sunshine. Before he began working on the film, he described himself as an agnostic, but after he began delving into the nature of the role of a nuclear physicist, he crossed the line to becoming a full-blown atheist. Murphy explained his transition in an interview with Total Film, "I did a lot of reading, I spoke to those guys a lot, and I was always an agnostic, which I think is a very safe place to be in terms of your faith or lack of. It's one foot in each camp kind of, and the stories or the themes we were investigating, the books I was reading, and just thinking about it personally, it just seemed to me that we're here for a very brief period of time, and then we die, and something else happens, and the burden with proof lies with people who believe, not with people that don't. It just seems to me to be irrational that there's an omnipotent, omnipresent being who was there at the beginning and will be there forever. It's not logical, it doesn't help me as a person, and I can understand why faith can be very important for people, but for me at this point in my life, it's not what I need. He went full frontal nude in an early film role and said he's comfortable stripping off. He once went full frontal nude in a movie and has insisted he's completely comfortable stripping off on camera. The actor starred in the 2002 sci-fi film 28 Days Later. The Danny Boyle flick saw his character, Jim, wake up in a hospital bed completely naked after being in a coma. And Murphy later insisted he has no problem getting his kid off in the name of art. He said, "I'm completely comfortable with nude scenes. I wouldn't want to get my thing out in every scene, but when it makes sense, it makes sense." He quit vegetarianism for his Peaky Blinders role. For just over 15 years, Murphy was a dedicated vegetarian. He was dedicated to this lifestyle choice until he took on his role in the Peaky Blinders. Being Tom Shelby meant that he had to bulk up for the role, so he went back to consuming meat as part of his diet. He was hailed by GQ as one of the 50 best-dressed men. Just like his on-screen character in Peaky Blinders, Murphy has always been a mysterious kind off the screen. He often stays away from the public limelight, and he doesn't even own social media accounts. Those, combined with fresh looks every time he steps on the red carpet, landed him a spot at GQ magazine's Best Dressed Men of 2015. The publication wrote, after he single-handedly brought back the newsboy flat cap, thanks to his magnetic performance in Peaky Blinders, he can do no wrong. He struggles with fame. In an interview with The Observer, Murphy revealed he doesn't go out much and is relieved when people are underwhelmed when meeting him. The actor also has huge issues with fans taking photos of him without asking while he's going about his everyday life, whether that be in Dublin, London, or LA. He said, "I'm always happy to chat. What I don't like is people surreptitiously taking photographs, which someone said is like the amateur Stasi. It's so weird. I've been sat on the tube and people have started filming me. I don't want to be like poor celebrities, that is not what I'm trying to say. I'm very happy and privileged and all of that. But I think this thing of having cameras everywhere is something we need to sort out." He has long struggled with his fame, admitting that he can't help but feel embarrassed by it sometimes. In a 2019 interview with The Guardian, the Cork native explained, "I'm really lucky. I feel embarrassed by it sometimes. I'm just an actor. There are doctors and nurses and people that work. I struggle with that. I mean, actors are overpaid, you know? It's nice when you get paid, when you're young, and you've gone from having no money, but the Catholic guilt kicks in immediately, and I'm like it's all going to go wrong. You don't deserve this. And I don't."